What is going on, guys? Chris with Jerno's Comics and Pop Culture. Doing a video today discussing the multiverse within the MCU and how Avengers Endgame set up multiple alternate realities. And we're going to talk about those and try to find those and see if you guys caught those as well. Watching the film, I just recently watched it again on Blu-ray, so all this stuff is fresh in my mind, and I wanted to look at these issues and also kind of point out, because obviously since the movie's released, there's so many plot holes and all this stuff. The time traveling doesn't make sense. What does this mean when they go back, and does it affect their own future, or does it create something different? So let's start out by kind of rehashing what the movie was trying to explain to us. We had the scene when all the Avengers were trying to figure out what it looked like to go back in time, and how they were talking about how, Back to the Future was all a lie and you can't base it on movies. Basically what they were trying to say is that in our reality, so our dimension, time is not linear necessarily, but it is point A to point B. So even if you travel back into time, the events continually going and don't change events that happened before. So therefore, if our reality right now is 2019 and we go back to, say, 1900 and change something, that 1900 now becomes our future, regardless if we go back to 2019 or if we stay there. So basically, we're still traveling the same dimensional plane, right? But it's not like it's linear and then we can jump over here, change some things, jump back over here, and hey, look, we changed the future. No, our future now is wherever we're at and whatever we did. Does that make sense? So that's why when they go back to 2019, nothing that they did in the past affected anything that happened there. The only thing that affected the present then was that they had the Infinity Stones, and then they changed it themselves within their current time. So let's look at what this means in terms of where other rifts were created, okay? Now remember, the ancient one was talking about how if I give you the Infinity Stone, it leaves our reality vulnerable, and this is why Cap had to return the stones. So basically, like said in the movie, when the stones were returned, you are changing something that's creating their reality then to shift somewhere else, right? And your future that you go back to is not changed at all. If you return those stones back, it's as if nothing happened. You set you set the path the same way that it was going. Now, let's look at where this logic was not logic, but where these instances were not covered. The ground was not covered. Okay. Number one, the first incident that created a multiverse, I'm going to use the biggest one, is when 2014 Thanos and crew came to current 2019 on the battlefield. Okay, what that did was it left this alternate reality without Thanos. And well, let's see, did he have any? He didn't have any Infinity Stones at that time. I don't think so. So that reality still has Infinity Stones somewhere, but there's no Thanos and crew, excuse me, in that reality. So that reality split, and now you have, it was 2014 when he left and came to our reality, 2019. So now you have Avengers in that reality that all of a sudden Thanos is gone, right? So we have so many different possibilities of what that looks like now moving forward. That's a multiverse. Okay, we have another one that was created when Cap went back and stayed with Peggy. So essentially he created another multiverse with two Caps, because if you went back to well, honestly, it depends. Yeah, no. Don't let me get ahead of myself. There's two caps. Because I was going to say it depends where he went back. But even if he went back before 1942 Cap became, or 1943 Cap became Captain America with the serum, that's still going to happen. So he's in a reality with two caps. And he's chilling there, and it's its own multiverse now. And the reason why he was able to come back to that current reality of 2019 is because he had extra pin particles. So what I think is that when Peggy died, he used the pin particle to come back to his original reality, and that's when he met with Sam and gave him the shield and whatnot. So these are interesting things that where we're looking at what Marvel can now do. They can take these specific things. And of course, we already see it. And I'm going to bring up the third event. Loki taking the Tesseract and going through the portal. And now he's going to do whatever he's going to do. That's going to be a TV show. So we already see one example of where a multiverse was, a multidimensional reality was created. And now they're going to do a show about it. I'm really, really questioning if anybody within Marvel has thought about the 2014 dimension where Thanos leaves and now there's a vacancy of Thanos. I wonder if they've looked at that. I mean, that could set so many things up for that reality. So yeah, let me think, guys. Do you know of any? Are there any? And Nat too. Black Widow. This is a key reason why. Because I was thinking about this. Why couldn't somebody go back if they had pin particles? This wasn't about returning stones, right? Why don't they go back in time to the point right before they, go off to go find the Infinity Stones and catch that Nat and pull her back into their current reality, right? That makes sense, right? But then you create a whole other reality where half the population is still dead, and now their mission to go get the Infinity Stones is changed because Nat's not there. So it's like, okay, do we want to sacrifice these people in this reality and be the controllers of their fate just to protect our own? Crazy stuff, right? So man, I really got to hand it to Marvel, because as much as the more I look into this, the more that I see that a lot of people talk about, plot holes and stuff, but really, guys, I mean, if you piece it all together, it's pretty solid. It's pretty solid, unless I'm missing something. But I thought this was fun to be able to look at all these multiverses that were created just within Endgame. If there was any that I missed, please leave some comments. Let's discuss this, because I want to go back. I might go back and watch the movie again tonight. I don't know. I might watch Infinity War and Endgame back to back. So anyways, thought this would be a fun little video to discuss. Like I said, leave some comments if I left out anything, or if you guys noticed any other things that could have created a rift in dimensions, and we'll see what happens in the future with the multiverse. So thank you guys again for watching. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so. And until next time.